scandal-plagued a figure so low that watchdogs are questioning if he's using an alternative, private form of communication. He would not be the first cabinet official to do so should that be the case. Hillary Clinton, when she was Secretary of State under President Barack Obama, used a private email address and server that led to an official investigation into her use of it and whether she may have endangered classified information. The EPA told Politico that Pruitt mainly holds discussions in person or over the phone, which would explain the meager email record. But watchdog groups are suspicious, especially given past steps the agency has taken to conceal his activities, from refusing to release his meeting calendars to installing a $43,000 soundproof booth in his office. As an agency chief, Pruitt would have an active meeting schedule that would include industry officials and political types, making it unlikely only a single email was sent outside the EPA. From February 2017 to December, that one message Pruitt sent from one of his EPA Gov addresses to an external email account was a September 1 response to a consultant with Capitol Hill Consulting Group, according to the records EPA provided to the Sierra Club. The consultant had invited Pruitt to a dinner organized by the American Council for Capital Formation. Pruitt also forwarded a second email with a speaking engagement request on November 14 to an address that EPA redacted. The agency cited a legal exception for personal privacy in blocking out the address, Politico reported. The Sierra Club said it asked EPA to either search Pruitt's personal email for messages related to official business or certify that he never used it for government business. If EPA does not respond to that request, the group could ask a judge to force a review of Pruitt's personal email account. Pruitt is under heavy fire for his tenure at the EPA, with questions about his management style and spending plaguing him. House Democrats have formally requested that a Justice Department investigation of Pruitt for potential criminal conduct. They cited Pruitt's $50 a night lease of a Capitol Hill condo tied to a lobbyist seeking to influence his agency, directing an EPA aide to contact a senior Chick-fil-A executive as part of an effort to land his family a franchise, and a $2,000 payment to his wife from organizers of a conference the administrator then attended at taxpayer expense. Share this article. Share. He's also been criticized for using a staff for his personal activities, such as helping him attempt to purchase a luxury mattress from the Trump International Hotel, Washington, D.C., and asking his security detail to pick up his dry cleaning and help find his favorite moisturizing lotion at Washington area hotels. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are getting especially tired of how Pruitt treats the nation's checkbook, according to a Republican Senate aide who spoke with Daily Mail.com on Thursday. At some point everyone's patience is going to run out, the aide said. Either that or leadership going to get the president to throw him overboard as a condition of something he wants from us. President Donald Trump has steadfastly defended Pruitt's job performance, but has recently become critical of the baggage his behavior has heaped onto the administration. Scott has done a fantastic job at EPA, Trump told reporters last Friday, but, I'm not happy about certain things, I'll be honest. He's done a fantastic job running the EPA, the president reiterated, which is very overriding. EPA records also include evidence that Pruitt has used text messages at least once to set up a meeting with an Oklahoma lawyer. But the lack of emails is raising red flags to watchdogs. The emails, if they exist, could show what these people want, and then those emails could be compared to what the EPA does, said Melanie Sloan, a senior advisor at the watchdog group American Oversight. Americans should know what the EPA is doing, why it's doing it, and who's influencing those decisions. American Oversight also expressed doubts that EPA has reviewed all of Pruitt's electronic communications, as the law requires. Government officials legally can use private email accounts, but agencies are supposed to search those accounts when fulfilling public records requests, Politico notes. Pruitt has used his private email in the past for official business when he served as Oklahoma's Attorney General. It is entirely possible that he doesn't use email, but that becomes suspect, said Justine Cowan, an attorney helping the Sierra Club. How is he conducting business, and is he doing that on purpose so that we don't get the records? In this day and age, who doesn't use email? Pruitt has a lot of staff who could use email for him, and he has shown a tendency in the past to use staff as personal assistants. When you're a cabinet secretary, you have enough people around you to send the emails, and you're pretty busy, Sloan said. On the other hand, I get the feeling Scott Pruitt likes to hide what he's doing even from top staff, which would mean he'd be likely to correspond on his own. Pruitt, like past administrators, has multiple email accounts at EPA, Politico reported, but the Sierra Club agreed to exclude two that the agency said are used only for receiving public comments and scheduling purposes. In total, the Sierra Club's request for Pruitt's messages to people outside EPA produced 25 pages of documents, including the 2 emails and 9 text messages. The texts do not reveal whom he communicated with or whether the messages were to or from him. In addition to private email accounts, text messages and encrypted messaging apps also provide possible ways for officials to communicate without using their government accounts. Those technologies are more difficult for groups to seek to search, according to records experts.